This is Science Max, Experiments at Large. Science Max! Today we're moving air. We're moving it through a tube to make a Stomp rocket, vacuuming it out, turning it into a vortex, and taking it with us underwater. All on this episode of Science Max, Experiments at Large. That was amazing! Greetings, Science Maximites. My name is Phil, and it's moving day today on Science Max Experiments at Large. Let's see, where do I put this? This is probably a good spot. Today, we are moving air. You probably don't think that moving air will have a huge effect, but you'd be surprised what you can do by just moving air. But don't worry, we're not just gonna move the air around in boxes. We are going to build a rocket! And this rocket uses the science of stomping on something with your foot. This is a Stomp rocket, and it works by stomping on this plastic bottle, and air shoots through this tube and pushes the rocket up into the sky. And here is how you can build one of your very own. And remember, if I go too fast, don't worry, all of the steps are on the website, so you can follow along at your own speed. All you need is a 2-liter plastic bottle, 3 kinds of tape: electrical tape, duct tape, and science tape. Science tape is just the same as invisible tape, but I use this kind of tape for science. Then you want some plumber's tubing and some construction paper to make your actual rocket. First, you want to take your plumber's tubing and cut it into 3 lengths. And when I say you, I mean an adult, because you need to use a saw. So you saw it up into a long piece, a short piece, and an elbow piece. We want to make a long tube at the top, and then we also want to make a tube at the bottom so we can attach our 2-liter bottle to. And there we go. Ta-da! Ready to go. But of course, it doesn't stay up, so we have to attach it to a base. And it will look like this. And you see, it's been attached with duct tape here, and I've used electrical tape, and I've wrapped that part around there. Now, building the rocket. Wrap the paper around the tube and tape it with your science tape. Tape the top closed so no air escapes. Then cut a semicircle to make the nose cone, and 3 hoops for thrusters, and tape them to the bottom. There you go. The rocket fits on the tube just like that, and when you stomp on this bottle, it launches. But here's the most important part. The one most important rule of launching rockets. You shoot rockets outside. Come on. Once you get outside to a nice open area, and you bring your safety glasses with you, all you need to do to make the Stomp rocket work is, of course, stomp on it. You ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Whoa! You see that? That was amazing. Okay, so this is where we're gonna start with the Stomp rocket. I'm gonna meet Chris from Logic's Academy, and he's gonna help me max it out. In fact, he's probably at Science Max headquarters already. I should get over there. Okay, where's the... Oh, there it is. Okay.
How you doing?
It's good to see you.
You too.
Chris is from Logic's Academy, and you guys do in-class robotics workshops, right?
That's right, we do.
Great. Well, I was hoping I could get your expertise to help me max out the Stomp rocket.
Yeah, Logix makes one of these. I totally think I can help you with that.
Fantastic. So it works great. I just want to make it bigger, better, more maxed out.
First off, we can start by making this pipe a little bit bigger. So a larger pipe, more airflow, bigger launch.
Okay, let's do it. Cool. Moving air isn't that hard, right? I mean, air is super light. How hard can it be to move? Well, here's an experiment you can do that lets you measure how hard it is to move air. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit the ruler with the broom. It's gonna go over there. I hit it, and it moved, no problem. So we're gonna do it again. Except I'm gonna add just a couple pieces of newspaper. All right, ready? Aha, the ruler broke, because this time I wasn't just moving the ruler, I wasn't just moving the ruler and the newspaper, I had to move the ruler, the newspaper, and all of the air that was on top of the newspaper. And that resistance was enough to break the ruler. Pretty good experiment, right? Let's max it out. I've got more table space, I've got a piece of lumber, and instead of a newspaper, I have a tarp. Now the tarp is very light. It is not the weight of the tarp that is going to be the difference. It is how much air I need to move when I hit this piece of lumber. And I've got a Science Max hammer. So first of all, you're not gonna try this at home, right? Deal? Okay, deal. No trying this at home. Okay, here we go. Moving air, test 2.0. It broke, and it didn't even move. Did you see that? I wonder if we can max this out even more. 2x4, which is much bigger than the piece of wood we used last time, and a sledgehammer. Here we go, moving air experiment 3.0. Yeah, science. Whoa. So I've joined Chris from Logic's Academy, and we are maxing out our Stomp rocket. To do that, we're gonna use
Larger pipe, more airflow, bigger launch.
The theory is that moving a larger volume of air through wider pipes will make our rocket work even better. So we get to work. This version is built exactly the same. We cut and attach the pipes, a long piece, an elbow, and a short piece, then secure them all down. We attach the plastic water bottle and tape it so it's airtight. And then the only thing to do is make a new rocket that fits over the larger pipe.
Ready to try it?
I'm ready to try it.
All right, let's do it.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3, go! That was amazing!
In the end, though it worked, it wasn't much better than the smaller rocket.
I think we could still do better, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is Science Max, not Science Medium. Right, okay, let's go back to Science Max headquarters. Vacuum sealing. That's what you call it when you take all of the air out of something, often a bag, to seal in the freshness of food. I will demonstrate using this Science Max banana. 100% banana, but with added science.
Not all bananas contain science.
Here's how you can do it at home. Put your food in a bag, seal it most of the way, because we have to take out the air from the bag. And we will do that with a straw. Put a straw inside the bag, and then suck the air out of the bag, and then seal it at the very last second. There, a vacuum sealed banana. Now I know it's kind of hard to see that it's been vacuum sealed because bananas don't really crush much when you take the air out. So I like to use stuff that has a lot of air in it to begin with. In fact, there are special bags that are specifically for vacuum sealing that are supposed to store big and bulky items that have a lot of air in them, like this pillow. See this nozzle right here? It's designed to be used with a vacuum. So, what you do is you put the vacuum on this nozzle, open it up, and then you turn the vacuum on. Oh.
The vacuum is sucking all the air out of the bag, just like we did with the banana. But because the pillow is full of air as well, it starts to shrink and shrink.
Then you pull off the vacuum and you tie the seal off, and, all right. And ta-da! A vacuum sealed pillow. Okay, let's max it out.
What could possibly be more maxed out than a vacuum sealed pillow?
Vacuum sealed fill. Okay, I put plastic bags against the door and then sealed the edges with duct tape. And of course, I didn't put any plastic over my head because you never put your head in a plastic bag, right? Well, let's see if vacuum sealed fill, it works. Whoa. Hey, it's working! Ha-ha!
The vacuum sucks all the air from the bag, which seals the bag and me in it to the wall. That means
I should be able to knock this milk crate out from under me.
Air pressure, or the lack of air pressure, is keeping me sealed to the door.
I'm completely suspended! Uh-oh. I shouldn't have done that. No.
So our larger version of the Stomp rocket worked, but it didn't go as high as the first version. Chris and I see how we can improve the design.
The larger pipe and the larger rocket works really well.
It does work really well. I am afraid, though, that the larger pipe means that the same amount of air is flowing slower out the nozzle than it did before.
Oh, so because we're moving only this much air, it's not going to go as fast because this is a bigger tube.
We need a bigger volume over here to match our larger
So a
nozzle.
bigger bottle.
That's right.
I got a bigger bottle right here. Ha-ha! Bigger bottle! So hold that, and then all we have to do is tape the bigger bottle
I'm not sure
on.
if that's gonna...
Yeah, like this.
Still, though, I'm afraid...
Yeah, so then all I need to do is tape it on.
Chris and I attach a larger bottle to our tube. We just need some risers to adjust the height, then we tape it on and we're good to go. Everything else, including the rocket, stays the same.
I still don't understand how you're gonna step on this one. It's just too stiff.
I have a plan. Ha 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 ha! Sledgehammer! You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. 1, 2, 3! I blew the top off the rocket.
Right off
it
the
also
top.
blew the bottom.
Looks like it's a bit rigid to change its volume so quickly.
So it's kind of a one-time use thing, huh?
I think so.
So why don't we try increasing the volume? Even bigger tube,
Yeah.
even bigger container.
What's bigger than a... That's the biggest bottle they make.
What else holds air?
What about an air mattress?
Do you think we could use an air mattress?
I think we could, yeah, a really big air mattress.
Oh, totally. High five. I love that idea. Moving air is a lot of fun, especially if you use one of these, a Vortex cannon. They're pretty impressive and they use some pretty amazing science. I'll show you how to build one. It's pretty simple. All you need is a plastic cup, you want a balloon, something round, an elastic, scissors or a craft knife, and a pen. Here's what you do. Take your balloon and cut it just where it gets wide. You take the mouth of the cup right there, and you have to stretch the balloon over the top. And then you want to put an elastic around it, keep it in place. And this now is a surface on the top, and that's what you're going to use to pull back and create your burst of air. But of course the air's not going to go anywhere until you make a hole in the bottom. So here's what you do. You take your round thing and draw a circle, and take your craft knife or a scissors and an adult and get them to help you cut out a hole. And when you pull back on the balloon, a burst of air comes through the hole. But the air has an interesting shape. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Phil, air is invisible. You can't tell what shape it is. Well, I can show you. Come on. This is my maxed out Vortex cannon. It's made out of a garbage can. I've got a hole in here, and this is a shower curtain with a ball that I can get a grip on and pull. And then it shoots forward like this. Now it makes a big puff of air, but again, the air is invisible, so we don't know what shape it is, but I can help with that because I've got this, a fog machine. I fill the inside of the garbage can so we can see what the air is doing when I fire the Vortex cannon. Okay, come on over here. Ready? Whoa! Okay, ready? Check it out.
The Vortex cannon shapes the air into a ring, called a vortex.
It makes a ring. Well, actually sort of a donut.
Because of its shape, the air in a vortex can move much farther than air that doesn't have a shape.
Vortex cannon. Air that has a shape goes a lot further than air that doesn't have a shape. And it's also way more fun. Woohoo! Little to the left, remote.
Okay, now that's too far left. I don't know what you think. Oh, hey, I don't suppose you're going on vacation anytime soon. Well, if you haven't decided where, may I suggest underwater. But don't forget to pack the most important thing when you go. Hat? Nah. Ukulele? Nah, forget about it. Oh, chicken? No. Sunscreen? Forget about it. Teddy? No, if you're going underwater, the most important thing you gotta pack is air. You see, human beings have been coming up with ways to go underwater for a long time, but the thing is, you gotta bring air with you because, you know, breathing is good. Check this out. It's a diving bell. One of the first ways humans used to be able to take air with them when they went underwater. You see, it's a big, heavy bell, and it's lowered from a ship above on a rope. And when it gets lowered into the water, it traps a bubble of air underneath. So you can swim around underwater, but then when you need to breathe again, you don't have to go all the way back up. You just pop under the bell and take another breath. Bells like this were actually much bigger when they used to use them for diving to hold more air, huh? Ring-a-ding-ding. What do you think? You want this? No? It's okay, I got something else. Hold on. Check this out. It's an old-timey diving suit. Air is pumped in through these hoses here, which means the diver has a constant supply of air, which means he can stay underwater longer. What do you think? No? Okay, hold on, I got something else. Yeah. This is it, the ultimate in bringing air with you. The scuba suit. This tank holds compressed air, which means it can carry a lot of air with you, which means you can stay underwater for longer. So I'll tell you what, I'll wrap up all three things. What do you say? Yeah? You'll take them? Okay, great. Let me just wrap them up for you. Come on, Teddy, let's go find the bag.
So our large Stomp rocket hasn't worked perfectly. A small bottle didn't move enough air, but our larger bottle was too rigid to stomp. And when I used a sledgehammer, it was so sudden the bottle broke and also blew apart the rocket. Chris and I need a large container of air that is soft enough to change its shape easily. So here's the current plan. An even larger pipe, an even larger rocket, and we use an air mattress. We make 2 holes in the air mattress, one to fill it up with a leaf blower, and the other hole to go out the tube to the rocket. Since an air mattress holds lots of air and is very easy to change the shape by jumping on it, we figure it'll be a great way to get lots of air through the tube to launch our rocket.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, jump, right?
Okay, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Being a chef is my absolute passion, and cooking up science recipes is my speciality. I'm Buster Beaker, and this is Cooking with Science.
Oh, hello! Welcome to Cooking with Science. I'm Buster Beaker. Whenever friends come over, I like to make my famous potato chip recipe. And look at this bag of potato chips. Quite large, there must be a lot of potato chips in here, right? Well, let's open it. What? This potato chip bag is mostly air. Why do potato chip bags have so much air? Well, to tell you the answer to that, I have to tell you the story of 2 bags of potato chips. Here they are. This one full of air, and this bag of potato chips, there's not much air in it at all. Why don't they make them like this? Well, let's find out. First thing that happens is the potato chip bags come off the conveyor belt at the potato chip factory where they get packed into a crate. Here's a crate here. So let's really stuff them in. And then the crate gets boxed up and shipped off to the store. Oh, it's a bumpy ride to the store today. Now we're at the store, and then you come along. Bags of potato chips. What else should I buy today? Oh, I know. How about a cantaloupe? Very nice. Some apples, yes? And take it home, walk along, and you get to the kitchen, you have a choice. This bag of potato chips, where all the potato chips are light and fluffy, or this bag of potato chips, which is not exciting at all. And that's why potato chip bags have so much air, to protect the potato chips from getting crushed. Speaking of potato chips, time to get back to my recipe. What is it? It's potato chip soup. Well, I'm Buster Beaker, and thanks for joining me on Cooking with Science. Perhaps a little bit more cooking.
Okay, so where were we? Oh, right, our maxed out rocket. A much larger pipe, a large air mattress, and the largest rocket yet. Let's see how it goes.
1, 2, 3, jump. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, there he goes.
All right, let's do it again.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
It works amazingly well. The large volume of air Chris and I can move by both jumping on the air mattress gets transferred through the large pipe, and even though it's a giant rocket, it sails higher than any other version.
That was great.
That was amazing. All right, there you go. Science Max, experiments at large, moving a lot of air.
That has to be the biggest stomp rocket ever.
Biggest stomp rocket ever. Let's do it again.
Okay.
Okay.